back to the Star Ladder LAN final action here. We're over on the Little Brother stream, if you will. Now I'm going to be covering Vici Gaming taking on London Conspiracy. Should be a lot of fun here. We're in Game 2 action of this best of 3. We just witnessed Game 1 where, well, London Conspiracy tried out their Drow Visage kind of a lineup, but unfortunately Vici Gaming just always seemed to be one step ahead, and there really was no good opportunity to make that jump happen. They had so much sustain, so much heal, and they really got so much done, even considering that London Conspiracy had a pretty strong start, taking down Ice time and time again. But they're looking to shake off that Game 1 action. As we now go into Game 2, we'll see what they can get done here. Beyond the Summit, of course, is bringing you the English coverage for this event and for this, well, Little Brother stream. I'm KotLGuy, casting it from my own New York City apartment studio, if you will. And I got my good friend, Mr. Basskip, joining me remotely. Basskip, I can't thank you enough, by the way, for coming in on such a short notice. So thank you, my friend, for coming back. Are you amped up for Game 2 action?
Yeah, I'm always excited to watch and cast Dota. It's my favorite thing, so it's no big deal whatsoever jumping in last minute to cast some Vici versus LC. I think if you're LC here, the last game, obviously a little bit disheartening, but I mean, it's Vici Gaming. What can you do? And I think in this kind of situation, you just want to try and pick your most comfortable heroes, really. I think that's your... That is, even if it doesn't seem like it's the, sometimes it's not even necessarily the most cohesive draft, but if everybody is just in the zone because they're playing something that they're good at, I think that gives you, gives you your best opportunity, as opposed to trying to do anything too weird and pulling out heroes that people aren't practiced on, because I feel like that only hurts your chances.
So we're going to be seeing our first troll of the day, which we knew it was going to be coming eventually if he managed to sneak his way out through the banning phase. If, Vici Gaming, they put more priority in banning out something like the Lycan, so it allows opportunity for them to either snag up the precious troll or to see if maybe if London Conspiracy were going to ban it themselves and leave something like a sniper out for grabs. Well, they decide to rid of the, very highly contested Storm Spirit. They get rid of the sniper, so Vici Gaming, they don't waste any time. They get their troll, but London Conspiracy do manage to sneak in a Wisp grab now, which, we personally haven't been able to see a whole lot of London Conspiracy if they're a big Wisp kind of a team. But if you got that certain special player to get it done, then it can be something that could be utilized very potently here. So we'll eventually see if this is going to be your Wisp Tiny kind of a get-up, or if they'll look to partner it elsewhere. Well, as I say that, they're going to disrespect and ban out that Tiny, and they've already gotten rid of the strong Bristleback candidate. So there are still plenty of options out there, but they are already looking to take it back to LC and not allow them to get that easy pairing.
Yeah, there's still a Chaos Knight in the pool. There's still some other options, but I feel like Bristleback and Tiny are definitely your premium Wisp partners in a lot of cases. I think the one thing for LC to be careful of here is that they can't afford to weaken their lanes too much, otherwise they might get aggressive tri-laned, and I guess they do have good options in terms of their laning phase, because they can potentially run the Queen of Pain safe or mid and be fine with that, and then the Wisp is obviously very flexible in terms of dual offlane, dual mid, just a triple safe lane. They've definitely got options there, but I think going for something like a jungler, if you're LC here, is a very, very easy way to have a Vici Gaming aggressive tri-lane and breathing down your neck. And Vici have kind of kept their options open as far as that goes. The Troll Warlord Lion, I feel like you can't read into the opening a little bit. You can't read into it too much. It's just really strong heroes, and of course the Lion really, really good against the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have things you need to reach for if you want to prevent this Troll from really doing as he pleases. But that has been proven by a lot of teams is not so easy. And what I was going to say here is, I'm looking back through the recent history of LC and their games, and maybe how often, if they do even play the Wisp. The last time they did play it, 3 days ago against Moscow 5 in the Razer Think Fast series, they were fortunate enough to be able to pair it together with their Tiny, but they also did run the Bane in that matchup as well. And it looks like something they like to go for when they need to control those big melee kind of core grabs. Your Troll, your Slark, and Well, you know, it's something that's been utilized time and time again and slowly starting to resurface. You know, one of the more, you know, standout performances. Secret ran it in the off lane kind of a get up here. I'm not really anticipating it to be the same case here. You know, they already have someone like a Queen of Pain as a potential option if they don't decide to do the Wisp +1 in the mid lane. But an interesting grab nonetheless. So offers great lockdown, you know, BKB or not. But they already do have that Lion, and they have a special amount of draft here to still work with, so they could have it, you know, put out for him. But that Enfeeble could certainly help out nonetheless. Basskip, any impressions as far as Bane? He's been really off the radar as of recent, but he's slowly finding his way back in. Kind of similar like a Luna kind of finds herself back into these mixes every once in a while.
Yeah, I feel like he is a solid answer, especially to heroes like the Troll, if you can get away with it. If the enemy team has the appropriate responses in terms of being able to jump in and just immediately cancel the Fiend script every single time, then you're not getting nearly as much value out of it. Bane in general, like you were saying, we don't see a heck of a lot of him at the moment.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I guess the one thing to say is that the cooldown on Fiend script is fairly long for the kind of ability that it is, and Bane also just really struggles to farm as a support. I think that's the one big thing that we often see, that, you know, Bane, if things don't go well in the early game, then he's just never going to get a BKB or any kind of relevant items. But I like seeing some teams, you know, testing him out from time to time. Though this is kind of what happens when you pick him third. Vici Gaming just immediately grabbed the Disruptor as the answer, and with 1800 range on Glimpse, Bane's gonna have to be really careful with his positioning if he ever wants to get off a Fiend script.
5 seconds
remaining. I mean, and he already has a great counter to the Wisp as well in your Disruptor. So this Glimpse is going to be doing a lot of serious work, and a very, very valuable grab here from Vici Gaming. I mean, it's so valuable that I almost question that London Conspiracy didn't just flat out ban the Disruptor, but they opted for getting rid of the Brood and getting rid of the Magnus, maybe targeting more Ice heroes there. There is still the Axe if they want to kind of revisit that and pair Mr. Disruptor with his Oglodai cousin, if you will, but we'll have to see if that's something they go for. As a retort, at least for now, that is a Rubik. So this looks like it could be.
It's a core Bane or a core Rubik.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So that's fun. That makes it funky fresh. They're you know, sticking it to me, as I said. Oh, I don't think this is going to be an off-lane core Bane. Well, it looks like it very well could be here. So, you know, coming out of left field a bit with that one, Vici Gaming, when they see something like this, they could very easily punish the Bane. It just seems very tricky to me. I mean, Disruptor is very good at being able to zone back. We already know Lion could do a good job with it as well. And it looks like potentially their offlane pickup for Ice is going to be this Nyx Assassin here. So, good confident grab, maybe anticipating, you know, potential certain Medusa late game grabs, but nonetheless, a good defensive one nonetheless.
Yeah. And you see all of these squishy heroes over on the Conspiracy, and the Nyx Assassin pick just makes total sense. He can get solo pickoffs on almost any of these heroes, pretty much at any point in the game. Does, of course, depend a little bit on items and farm, but I think so long as the Nyx Assassin is doing decently, then he's actually going to get a lot done. And London Conspiracy, they need somebody tanky for the front lines for this Wisp to latch onto, because right now there is no impressive Wisp partner among their heroes. Like tethered Queen of Pain, tethered Bane, not all that scary.
5 seconds.
So you need a strong late game presence here. That works well. Is it gyrocopter time? I mean, is it even worth it? I feel like he is not one to really be able to man fight even against the Troll, because his range is pretty puny as it is, and he risks going into the open arms of a Troll. I mean, outside of that, a PA maybe. What about a PA? PA has to man fight against Troll. She has the factor of already working with evasion. You force someone like Troll to go into MKB status as it is. That seems to be one of the only flags that pops up for me, because it's going to be a Chug. Not another really big Wisp target, but you know what? I mean, if it's anything like something we've seen from like Hyper Glory Team, Kaka plays a beautiful Wisp. And even if it doesn't seem like there's a proper Wisp candidate, he seems to find a way to make it work. So I will give LC a benefit of doubt that maybe they have that much potential in their Wisp that they can make it work. But yeah, this isn't This isn't your run-of-the-mill kind of Wisp line. I mean, this isn't your run-of-the-mill lineup, Basskip, at all. I mean, it's relatively squishy across all platforms. There's no sort of meat on the bones of this lineup. There's no frontliner. There's no tank, if you will. So it's going to be potentially another risky draft here for London Conspiracy. And the Night Stalker is going to be the last grab here. That nighttime, that map control and presence, a very aggressive hero. I love it, and I can't help but favor Vici Gaming and put together a pretty solid lineup. They have good counters to the Wisp and the Bane, and they have great prowling presence with your Nyx Assassin Night Stalker. I mean, I don't know if you agree with me, but it seems London Conspiracy, they're going to have their work cut out for them here in Game 2.
Yeah, I feel like Vici, on the whole, with the draft, do have a pretty significant advantage. The Lion, Disruptor, Nyx Assassin, and Night Stalker are all just so great at locking down any of the 5 London Conspiracy heroes and just bursting them and starting off a fight on good terms for Vici. I think the one thing that London Conspiracy do have going for them a little bit with this Wisp is that Vici aren't the most 5-man heavy lineup, and that's something that Wisp can struggle against a lot. So if they manage to stay in it, they should be able to hopefully get some relocate ganks off and keep things active during the mid game. But if this Night Stalker starts to snowball, then vision could be very, very hard to come by if you're LC here. So I think it's very similar to the last game, where they just have to hope that they come out of the laning phase without too many problems.
We'll see if they can do it here as we do hop into game number 2 of this best-of-3 matchup. We're at Star Ladder Season 12. This is the LAN final. Yeah, sure, over here on this channel, we don't have the crowd hype behind us. You don't have the amplified special microphone action. We're the little brother, if you will, the little redheaded stepchild to this. But you know, we got parallel matches breaking out right now, and what a matchup indeed. Vici Gaming up 1 game already. And we'll see if they can close this series out 2-0, or if the Greek squad is going to be able to bounce back and pressure them into a Game 3 situation. I'll lead out introductions here. Diner side, we got the Vici Gaming boys. It's going to be Hal, who's going to be playing your Troll Warlord. We got Super on your Night Stalker. Nearby, Fenrir is now going to be taking reign of the Lion. That leaves FY on your support Disruptor. And finally, we got Mr. Ice Ice Ice. He's going to be playing your Nyx Assassin.
And over on LC, we have Kaiser, I guess, on Queen of Pain. We've got Skanks224 on Rubik. Relax is on Juggernaut. Spartan is going to be on the Wisp. And finally, we have Bane, handled by Madra, who's actually beating down Hao at the moment. Has his boots first. This might actually just be a straight-up kill.
Oh, Salve? Nice. Okay, well, that escalated quickly. Quick boots, and he just kind of runs down your troll. A lot of disrespect from him, but it will be London Conspiracy who do strike first. And of all the people to get it, it's your off-lane core Bane. And he is quickly level 2 before the creep wave even clashes. Oh, my goodness. So,
oh, man, what a start.
What a start. So we'll see if he's able to hold this bit of momentum as he really takes it to Hao, who's going to be out of the laning phase. He actually even has to do the walk of shame back to lane, as he doesn't even have a TP. Oh my goodness. He's got his high heels in his hands and everything to try to get back there. And at least this is Madara just like putting on some work, so good initiative start for them. We'll have to see if he kind of holds on to it here. Your mid lane matchup, though, another unorthodox one. Super on your Night Stalker going toe-to-toe with Kaiser on the Queen of Pain. You know, we used to see a lot of mid-lane Night Stalker back in the day, but the game has changed quite a bit. Your nighttime comes a bit sooner, which people considered a bit of a nerf because you really like your Night Stalker to get a few more levels, a few more items. You want your phase and your Erd +1 maybe to be able to kind of go around and take advantage. It doesn't really become quite as easy now when the nighttime comes so soon. But with that change is coming the promising change that now when you do that nighttime, it no longer freezes the clock, and that means there's going to be less and less daytime on the map altogether. So we'll have to see, but look at this potential tift as Ice 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 could get caught out. Telekinesis up to the high ground now, into the arms of Spartan here. The two of them gonna get out some early pot shots here. It looks like it's not gonna be enough to take Ice 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 down, but he continues to just dance around with them. Goes right back that way. Okay, Ice Ice Ice, and now he gets hit with the tomato. He's gonna go down. Oh, that was probably not the way you wanted to go. Maybe just worried that your relaxed Juggernaut would have cut him off the other way. I'm not too sure. Very questionable path decision there from Ice Ice Ice, and it's LC who are quickly up too.
Yeah, he saw the Juggernaut leave the lane, but he lost his ward, so he didn't know that the Jug had actually turned around and gone back to farming. So yeah, I think that's part of the reason why he tries to escape that angle. But SSS going down and things looking pretty good for LC. This is definitely a mid lane matchup that favors the Queen of Pain as well. The super is hanging in there really nicely. I think his team gave him the bounty rune down bot, so he got his bottle. And I mean, despite Nightstalker not being all that great against spammy heroes and Queen of Pain, who gives melee heroes a really hard time, he can still just bottle crow and spam void for CS. So I don't think Super's too concerned. But getting jumped right now.
They go in, they get the slow from the tether, and they get the kill. So easily executed right now. The help from Spartan
and top lane
really makes it easy. And at that same moment, they make their commit to go onto Bane, knowing he's at his zone and he's just a little too deep into this top lane. They punish him for it. They will take him down. So good action now across the map. It's LC getting one in the mid lane and Vici getting their own return and getting themselves on the board now as we rest at 3-1 here. It looks like they really want to be able to punish Ice in this lane, but it's not going to be an easy grab. But here comes the telekinesis. Jug moves on forward, getting the extra bit of move speed from that tether. Is it going to be enough damage burst? Well, yeah, now it will be. The slow will connect from that tether. Can we get him with a spirit ball? Well, we won't need to. There's going to be a quick little boop right there from your Spartan Wisp. LC find another kill back on the bottom lane. Ice, similar to what we saw in the previous game, struggling a little bit in the very early laning phase.
Yeah, but this time around, Vici don't. No, they do kind of have the other lanes to back it up, but it's, I think, a bit more even for LC across the board. This Bane, as much as his start was amazing, I feel like Vici have responded really nicely in keeping him down a little bit. And oh, Jug almost dies to the Nyx Assassin solo down bot. SSS making some plays.
I don't want to get too aggressive here, Relax. And it's worthy to note that it looks like they have changed up roles. Relax, I believe, was playing the Enigma in the last game. And your Bane is also by Madara. So they're looking to be a bit of a flexible team here, switching it up. Or maybe they're just like, you know, I know how to play the off-lane core Bane, so let me take it. I'll take over Jug. And you know, many teams have kind of shown that, you know, like Secret between Zai and Mr. S4. They're a very flexible kind of a lineup, which makes it more unpredictable for your opponents. And, well, bottom lane, they try to get some extra pressure here on the Ice. This time, though, he's going to be in more of a safer spot. And we'll step back it away. So if we look over the CS right now, you see Troll. He's made his recovery after that first blood. He's now 25-12, just behind him, nipping at the heels. We got your Jug here back on the bottom, 25-7. And very surprised to see a very neck-and-neck mid-lane matchup as far as CS goes. Super is 22-5, Queen of Pain 20-7. And it is nightfall now. Super's level 6. He doesn't have an urn or phase boots yet, but he is looking to maybe make some action here on the bottom lane.
Yeah, not being scattered at either, so it's hoping to find a support immediately. As soon as he realizes, okay, look, they're grouped up again. I've been gone from mid lane a tiny bit too long. I think it was a good timing to look for an opportunity because I think LC definitely weren't expecting that kind of Nightstalker rotation, but it comes up empty-handed this time.
They get a stun onto Madara, followed up with the slow, and they're going to slowly orb walk him down. He tries to step back and get some extra life with the sap, but he's going to get glimpsed thereafter, and he will end up going down. Meanwhile, bottom river, we're going to see another clash here. Tether up, a silence is going to be connecting onto your Queen of Pain. They are going right for the Wisp here. He's trying to step back and away, huge! Sonic Wave is going to be flying out. They make it another kill, a 1-for-1 trade. Super, though, could go down, will go down. The uphill is going to connect. The poison was there regardless. Ends up being a 2-for-1 trade on the bottom. So was it 2-for-2 all day, I believe. They take down the Bane, they take down the Wisp in exchange for both your Nightstalker and your Nyx Assassin. Relatively even on that front.
Yeah, some really good levels for the Rubik in that little clash as well with those 2 kills. So things looking good for him. The Queen of Pain having the kind of game that you'd like to have. Madara in trouble again.
Yeah. Well, this time though, Wisp is there, but that overcharges is just not going to be enough. They think about making it go on to him, but they'll bop it back. FY, Glimpse wasn't up quite yet. He can send her back, he will. See you later, Queen of Pain. Back to the mid lane you go. And now they want to go right back for the Wisp, knowing that the assistance of that Queen of Pain's not here. How? He is hungry for some Wisp blood. He moves on in, gets the slow, gets the kill. Nice read on that. The second they recognize it, but here's Queen of Pain, back from mid lane, blinks on in, and just a few right clicks is really all it takes. So, yeah, Hal was bloodthirsty. He got his kill, but he ends up paying with his own life. You know, Queen of Pain, the hero that she is, she's able to quickly close the gap and go from point A to point B so damn fast that they just end up getting redemption right there for your little EO.
I feel like if there's anything that exemplifies what kind of player How is, it's exactly that dive. He's like, yeah, I want the Wisp. Consequences be damned. He's just an aggressive guy, but I mean, Vici just really scrapping with LC in the early stages of this game, and it is LC. Well, they did have a little bit of a lead, though it's now actually swinging back down in Vici's favor. This offlane Bane, I mean, he had the best possible start that you could hope for, but it is not really the most impressive offlane hero at the end of the day.
He's just, it's fallen off since quite a bit. He's been constantly pressured and bullied, and it continues to happen here. Here comes Nightfall. He's thinking he has a swift escape, but look at this. Count Dracula now turning the corner. Super making a move on in. Connects with that, and, well, here comes Kaiser. He wants a return kill. Gets it this time. Wisp comes in, and they might be able to man fight here onto Super, but it is Nightfall after all because of that darkness pop here. He's going to make his run. Now turns back. Wow, look at the void damage, and now How is going to help clean up. Bit of an overextension right there from your Kaiser Queen of Pain, and he will pay for it. And Wisp quickly has to get the hell out of there, but suddenly an Ice 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 will appear. He won't make it in on time. And just, this is just more of that bar brawl we've been seeing this game. Both teams happy to clash, makes for some entertaining Dota. Don't get me wrong, but nonetheless, just an absolute bloodshed here. And it doesn't stop. They're going for Madar now in the mid lane. Super, not even needing of the nighttime right now. Moves on forward. Madar is going to be able to step back. Can he get a sleep or something? Oh, the spike not going to be able to connect from the low ground. They move on forward. They get the telekinesis. They're going to get the pull back here. But they don't really have the damage follow-up to do anything with it. You have yet to get your Bane at level 6 to dish out the Fiend's Grip. And it's just proven to be a bit too difficult for them to find their own way.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, that's 2 rotations from the Queen of Pain up the top lane that I feel have been a little bit ill-fated, honestly. I can appreciate the sentiment of trying to get aggressive, but I feel like it needs to be measured, and it's just so dangerous as a Queen of Pain going up into the Lion and the Disruptor's lane. But he comes up again, and well, this time gets How.
At this time, though, they're also making a move bottom lane. They want Skanks here, and they get him. Fenrir finds a way to make strong use of that debut Blank Dagger, and they get the kill on the little support. They send back the Jug, but it doesn't stop Kaiser from moving on in. He wants to get the kill here. No Sonic Wave, but that right click. Nice deny coming out from FY. Not going to be happening, buddy. And with that, it's just going to be the Rubik takedown, and they take away that bit of extra gold from Mr. Kaiser. So action just doesn't stop here. 19 kills in about 10 minutes in here. Jug's still at the top as far as the CS goes, but as we switch over to the net worth, no surprise to really see both Super and How there, neck and neck for the lead. And I gotta say, you know, Super really was very aggressive during that first Nightfall here, and at about a minute and a half time, we're gonna see the second one come out, and it looks like he's got an Ogre Club, so a bit of an unorthodox, typical cookie-cutter Night Stalker build with your power treads into an Ogre Club, possibly BKB, but nonetheless, we'll add a lot of damage. But yeah, top lane, you can see the back end of that one is How's able to get the kill on Wisp, but once again, he's hungry for Wisp, but hands over his own life again. Was it really worth it? I'm not too sure.
Probably not. Let's face it, Rubik got a lot out of that, and I think Wisp is not too. I mean, he's not too happy about the death, but the overall trade definitely favoring his team. Spartan getting close to level 6 as well, so we could start to see some of these relocate coming out.
Yeah.
Ice 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 lining up bottom lane.
Okay, relax. Will be brought down. Gets the assistance coming in from Super, and there's just nothing your Jug can do. And when there's one kill, there's probably going to be some more action to follow. And yep, there it is. There's going to be a jump in from Kaiser, though. This time they won't be able to kind of keep moving forward here. This is a bit much. I mean, it just feels like, you know, LC, they're happy to duke it out, but they needed a bit more time. They're like, okay, Vici Gaming, we're trying to get level 6s here. We want Madara to get that Fiend's Grip finally, which he does now, and we want those relocates to be online, which he's very close to. In fact, he's going to have it in just a moment's notice. He might need to use it on mid lane because they're making a move onto Madara as we speak. Fenrir is going to connect with the Hex, with the stun. Super moves in, gets the Void connection, and now there's going to be rotations as Rubik does show up. Telekinesis pulls him back. Nice stun. Connects on one side, and then there's going to be the second one that will be stolen and used on the Super. Omni Slash will help finish him off. The Carapace slows him down. Return Earth Spike, and there's the Fiend's Grip on the Ice Ice Ice. They're going to make it a nice two-man drop right here, and 3 all day. London Conspiracy able to fight back, really flexing those level 6s now.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, Wisp relocated top and killed the Disruptor in the midst of all of that. I don't know if he brought anybody with him.
I didn't even catch that. Happened simultaneous, just a bit of a solo
I didn't even
adventure.
watch it. Yeah.
Oh, Dust flies out. Oh, nice stun connection. Wisp is there to try to help him. He's overcharged. He is putting in the mileage right now to save his Rubik ally. And it looks like it's enough to allow him to get away. Or is it? There's going to be a nice glimpse back. FY wants more, but Wisp is like, no, 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 I'm still here. We'll be able to help him out. Meanwhile, they are going to get denied, and FY could be in trouble. Jumping from Kaiser. He's going to get hexed up immediately. Caught in the kinetic field. Big Sonic Wave is going to connect. Hits Fenrir here. And they're going to be able to finish off Skanks now, and they get relaxed. Oh, big tether across, but the stun will still connect. They get that kill, and just as soon as LC is able to take down 3, they're going to get more on top of it. Nice cancel of the TP on the high ground. Not going to be happening. Vici Gaming quickly turn it right back around 180. They take down 4, and they're going to follow it up with a Roche. Oh, man, it looked like it was LC's time to shine, but the rain on the parade comes in the form of Vici Gaming.
Vici just managing to... They managed to get LC to commit really hard to that, especially after Rubik and Wisp were both already quite low. Wisp had used a lot of his regen resources trying to heal back up the Rubik. I guess the big reason that they went for it is that they had that double damage up on the Queen of Pain, but Kaiser just blinks in and then immediately got controlled for the rest of the fight. So really nicely done by Vici, and that's gonna secure them a pretty substantial lead, especially with this Aegis over on the Night Stalker. Super can just go wherever, do whatever.
Yep.
World is his oyster right now.
And he's got 2 minutes if he wants to really take advantage of that Nightfall. While his darkness is still on cooldown, you want to be able to utilize that darkness during your daytime period. Now that does not stop the timer. And once you're able to get to level 3, and you get an Agnums, I mean, it gets ridiculous. You're talking about 80% plus of the game being during that Nightfall period. It gets pretty damn crazy, and with that unobstructed vision, they just can really take control. And it becomes very difficult for LC, and when they have lineups that want to kind of jump in there like your Queen of Pain, let's say, or even your potential opportunities to maybe find something with a relocate, it just doesn't become easy. That restricted 650 vision. Now, speaking of relocate, they move in behind to the mid lane here, but FY, he just drops a Static Storm on their arrival and gets the easy kill on the Jug, and now they're going to go for the Wisp, and he goes down. Oh, disaster gank movement, and really part of the reason why you see a Disruptor picked up in conjunction to a Wisp +1. I mean, you see it come in, all you got to do is simply land the easy Static Storm, and your Jug's doing nothing. And it's an easy turnaround pickoff, and now they're going to add pressure on the tier 1. Oh my god, that turned around. That was a disaster.
Yeah, it's not just about the glimpse. Skanks.
Yeah.
Also going to go down.
A little easy pickoff there on your precious Rubik.
Yeah, that's just an ill-fated attempt at all to be anywhere near this mid-tier 1 to try and defend, because if you look at Vici, they're just everywhere. Fenrir is even... managed to loop all the way around.
Sonic Wave onto Super, and, well, Queen of Pain goes down thereafter. They are going to be able to get that Aegis popped. Relaxes back, moves on in. He's doing this without the Aegis. Glimpse is going to be sending back Vidara here. He really has nothing less to offer as he has no more mana. Relax trying to go on a dive on the Disruptor. That pulls him away from where the real big fight is happening. Now they're looking to turn back. They get super caught with the sleep here. Going to be awoken. There's going to be the sap as mana is going to be shared. Nice stun connection from Fenrir, though, creating a little bit of space. But here they come. They want more blood. They'll get super down. They want to follow up and get Fenrir. Glimpse back, not going to be enough. And they get a nice return, a couple of kills, and it doesn't even cost them the tier 1 tower in that mid lane. Maybe this time Vici Gaming have kind of overstayed their welcome a little bit, though. You know, it's just kind of one step in the right direction here for LC. It's something they desperately needed. It doesn't really put them far ahead. It just tries to help them out in getting this game back to square even as we get into that mid-game threshold.
Yeah, I mean, the thing to keep in mind there is that was a 4v5 the entire time as well. How was just hitting creeps and taking the tier 1 tower up on top lane as well. So
and you forget there's a troll
really
in the
good
game.
farm up for him. Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't seen much from him, but that is the scary thing if you're an LC fan. He's yet to show his big ugly red face, only really contributing with that battle trance, but once he does really come to play, we'll have to see if LC have an answer for him, because they've already having a pretty difficult time with the rest of the Vici Gaming squad here. Now that Ice is level 11, he will be on the prowl with that Vendetta. Super has shown that he is very unmerciful with his engagements. He actually will probably get a bit more aggressive once this BKB becomes complete, which he is very close to. But LC, they're the ones on the move now. They smoke up, and they are starting to head towards the VG Woods, hoping for an opportunity to maybe catch off Hal, who had been farming on his own here. He is nearby, but also nearby is some help. He's got Fenrir and FY, both very close. They're going to go on their own smoke adventure, it looks like, and they're heading out the other way. So LC are going to be coming up short with catching anyone out, as Vici Gaming are already on the move elsewhere.
And Vici going to have their Vendetta and the Darkness up, so actually a really decent time for them to take a fight. And yeah, LC just going to come up empty-handed. I feel like Vici may have even scouted that smoke, since they have this really deep ward that Fenrir took the opportunity to plant a little bit earlier on, and LC just gonna have to go back to farming. They're doing a good job of warding themselves. They've got a couple of good wards looking for potential relocate ganks, but well, Vici, somewhat aware of that, are just playing grouped up at the moment as they go in for the back door on this tier 1 tower mid lane. What a weird play.
Yeah, very awkward stuff. And
relocate bot, immediate stun from Ice.
Yep, he's trying to get out, but he's scouted out with that dust. Omni Slash going to be quickly mitigated there at the end, but he's still going to get the follow through with the Battle Fury. Meanwhile, Hal gets the easy pick on your Wisp, and they're not going to allow Relax to make his escape. They will be taking down the Jug. They make it a 2-for-1 trade in their favor, and now they're going to look to pressure this tier 2 bottom lane, as LC are doing their own bit of pressure, going for this tier 2 top. I don't think they're going to want to hang around too long, so they opt to pull back. Vici Gaming, though, not looking to do the same here. They wait, and that is your super BKB now en route to him. He'll be able to pick that one up. Things could get quite scary here for LC at this point. They are trying to get a BKB into the hands of Madara on the Bane. Could help him with that lockdown from the Fiend script, but I don't think it's still going to be too easy here. And okay, well, how? With the Shadow Blade here, trying to hunt down Kaiser, but he's going to be able to TP and make it away. So, all right, 18-21 though. The net worth advantage still in favor of Vici Gaming at this point. Same goes for the XP, about the same here. No surprise to see how way up in front on that net worth chart. 10K plus net worth. The next closest, your Queen of Pain for LC, about 7,200. So they have quite the game of catch up to go for here. Is it more pressure on them to get stuff done at this point? Because I feel like if they're banking for a late game presence, it's just not going to be nearly as strong as what Vici can have to offer. And uh-oh, another move in right into a Static Storm. They're going to try to make it out, but they can't. FY, another beautiful setup, and it just kind of like, nice try, guys, but we got your number. They turn it right back around. They take him down. It looks like Skanks could also be caught out, trying to go for the TP, but there's going to be a glimpse that's going to stop him. It's going to be a 3-for-none trade just like that. Ambitious effort from LC to get something done, but Vici Gaming just kind of shrugged that one off and walk away with a quick 3-man drop.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Vici just going from strength to strength at the moment. Ice has a mech on his Nyx Assassin, which is a little bit unusual, but I mean, given that LC are a very burst-heavy lineup, and if he survives through that, then I feel like they really have nothing to follow it up. Relax.
Oh, how? Caught with the Omni Slash. Relocate's also coming, but Relax is already down, and now the Wisp is like, holy shit, I gotta get the hell out of here. He will quickly tether back it away. Puts out an urn on the Hal, but Hal's like, I don't care. Boom, bang, bong. Gets the quick and easy kill, pops the ball. And he is happy to truck on forward. No respect coming out from your Troll Warlord at this point. And, well, a very ambitious save once again. And, oh, poor Skanks. Just like last time. He's like, I wasn't even close. I was just nearby. And, well, Vici Gaming, just no mercy. As they have all this very aggressive vision. Compliments of this Fenrir ward that you pointed out before. They just easily capitalize on this bit of global domination and continue to get more. Now they want Bane, and he's got nowhere to go. He could step back, but a glimpse will be there waiting for him if he tries to make his way out, and there's really nowhere to run. Kinetic Fields can also lock him in place. There's going to be an easy grab on that front. They could even follow it up with a kill onto Kaiser, and they will. This is just a disaster here. I'm just seeing London Conspiracy crumble right before our very eyes. Vici Gaming looking to just walk away from this series with a quick and easy 2-0 run. Unbelievable.
Vici just punishing LC for every little mistake. I mean, there's a couple of heroes down, and Bane decides that he can go and get some farm outside of the base on bot. Vici are right there, slap him down, and I mean, LC, and that looks like they've kind of learned their lesson a little bit. Okay, yep, we're gonna sit here by the tier 3, gotta wait for our Bane, gotta wait for our Queen of Pain before we can do anything, but that last couple of minutes was just Vici finding kill after kill after kill, and tons of items flowing in at the same time as well. Super's almost got his Aghanim Scepter completed, we've got a Yule Scepter over on FY, and I mean, Yule's is huge, especially for someone like Disruptor this game, because like we were talking about earlier, LC's damage is really front heavy with the Queen of Pain burst and the Omni Slash. So if you survive through that with the Yules and the mech and the BKB, then I feel like you win the team fight by default if you're Vici Gaming. LC do have a couple of items coming up that are very important. They've got that BKB on the Bane soon. Juggernaut's at least now got the Manta Style to help deal with a few of the disables on Vici, but it's still far from perfect. And I feel like there would have been a lot of value actually if you relax here and just going for a BKB. Probably the same story for the Queen of Pain. Yeah, she's going for BKB because otherwise you just can't deal with all of this Vici lockdown.
Yeah. It just unfortunately feels like LC are just itemizing as best as they can just to survive. They're clearly the ones on the defense, and it's going to be quite a while before they can really put together big damage that can really have a way to stop Vici Gaming from already their crazy assault. They're going to be able to easily burst down this tier 2 tower, while LC are just trying to finish off maybe this tier 1 bottom lane, which has been pretty much unscathed up to this point. But even that, they can't comfortably do it. That tier 2 is already dropped. They see Vici Gaming mostly pull away, and they're not comfortable trying to take any sort of fight, so they don't risk pushing on forward. They are going to go for someone left behind here, bottom lane. It's FY. They are going to send Madara back. This is just FY by himself, to kind of dancing around with soon-to-be four LC members, and they still can't even get a hold of him. No, nothing comes easy here for LC on getting any sort of pick-off, maybe just trying to find a way to rebound, take advantage of the huge net worth gain that Vici Gaming already got here. And uh-oh, Hal's going to cross pass, immediately catches out the Jug. Oh, that's a bash, by the way, and, well, he's able to get the Omni Slash off. Brings Hao pretty low, but yeah, the second it stops, he just pops him on the head with one quick Tomahawk hit. He's going to be done for. Kaiser, ooh, the Sonic Wave will connect here. Did not get the Shadow Strike off, though, it looks like. And Hal's going to be fine. He walks away with about 40 life. Meanwhile, back and below, they see Ice, Ice, Ice. They're going to get the Fiend's Grip onto him, and it looks like they will be able to get this kill. And it's Kaiser who finishes him off with the little screen.
Okay, so nice to grab there for LC, at least some gold going their way. Queen of Pain definitely still needs this BKB, and it's a little ways off. And good to see Bane getting some value out of the Fiend's Grip at long last. I think the saddest Fiend's Grip this game was when he tried to Fiend's Grip in the middle of a glimpse over here, and it just got instantly cancelled. But at least getting something done now. And LC, I mean, hanging on, but things just are so tough, especially at this point now that Super has Ags and Gem. Vici can just deward everywhere, and it's impossible to disengage as well from a fight. You've got the Ag's Vision, and you've got Glimpse to catch anyone trying to get away.
Maybe it, you know, could be LAN jitters. You know, Vici Gaming, they've been around the block as far as experience with competing at the big show. London Conspiracy, obviously, this could be one of their first times really going to the main stage, and though they're not technically on the main stage right now, this is a big deal going against an opponent like Vici Gaming. I'm sure they've never really gone against a test like this one, and they got to find a way to kind of shake off these jitters and make it happen. Ice 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 is just stalking Madara at this point. Just kind of waiting out for a little bit of extra assistance probably from FY here. There's going to be the hit from the Vendetta. Fakes once, fakes twice with the stun. We'll get the mana leak. There's going to be the stun connection, and they will be able to bring down the Bane between the two of them. So good execution on that front. Madara just kind of way far in the own. Meanwhile, mid lane, there's Hao again. He's a very hungry man, and he wants to get a kill on to relax. Almost gets it, but there's going to be help from the Wisp. Now comes Super, looking to interject. Omni Slash will fly out, but will be mitigated mostly. Shanks, can he get away? Nope. He's going to get chopped down from Hao. Hao now puts his sights onto Kaiser, who has no blink for 2 more seconds. He goes down. A double kill for Hao. Here comes Wisp to his own death. It's a triple kill for Troll. He's like, I'm just going to fight till I die. And that's going to be the Aegis. He's happy to just kind of get all of his life and mana right back. Fenrir's going to stun out the creeps, and Vici Gaming just No respect right now for LC. Just doing as they please. They take down 4 at the end of the day. They lose no one. And now they go into the base. LC not feeling like they want to tap out quite yet. But this is just going to be such a steep hill to climb. You're looking at a 20K net worth and experience advantage right now for Vici Gaming.
That was totally ridiculous. I just want to point out that in the middle of that dive under the tier 3, the dire creep wave is actually all the way back towards their own tier 2. But like you said, Hao just does not care in the slightest. He knows that they are so far ahead, and just looking to close this game out pretty quickly. I mean, I don't even know what else he can do at this stage. I'm going to go for a smoke, see if they can maybe catch Vici unawares outside their base, but they've got no vision to work with whatsoever, so this is pretty much totally blind. It looks like it's actually just going to be baiting the Juggernaut for the time being. They know that Hao has made a personal point of hunting down the Jug with his Shadow Blade every single time he's had the opportunity, so it looks like that's kind of what they're playing on right now.
They do scout out the smoke now with Ice 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 in Vendetta. Once the smokes pop, they drop a sentry, but it's not close enough to see exactly what's going on, so the smoke attempt is going to be ruined here. They're going to have to plop right back into their baseline as they continue to get corralled like little sheep back into their pen. Vici Gaming, the ones that are like the sharks in water, just kind of making the rotations from lane to lane, keeping the pressure on all fronts until they eventually try to go for the jugular here onto LC. And it really, I don't know if there's going to be much to stop them. The plan B for LC just doesn't really seem like it's going to be a whole lot to offer. They're still trying to even finish out those defensive items here. And really, Hao is just going to be able to do his slow siege thing. With Scotty now in hand, he's just got so much ridiculous stats and so much beef. Even Super now with Ags and a gem, they have easy uphill vision. They can just continue to siege here slowly and see exactly what the game plan could be here for LC.
This is so sad for LC. They're putting observer wards around their tier 3 tower just so that they can get the tiniest little bit of extra vision.
Yeah.
But Vici are just chopping down those wards every single time with the Ags gem combo, and really taking their time with this high ground siege. Nobody from LC is really showing themselves, however, so...
Fenrir with a ballsy jump in, not going to connect though. Dara pops his BKB, but it's not going to save Rubik. Still can't find a target, doesn't have the mana even. Now he's going to get the Finn's grip off. Goes for Hao here. They can't stop him from doing it, but do they have the damage follow-up? They don't. This Omni Slash is going to fly out, but it just gets spread across all of Vici Gaming. And really with that, this could be the cleanup. This could be it here, Basskip. LC are going to lose 3. Sonic Wave will fly. Once again, Hao's going to walk away with just a little bit of life here. Spartan shows up now hand-in-hand with Kaiser. They're going to try to chase what they can on the way out, cleaning up anyone who's low. Hao's like, I'm happy to man-fight, baby, and, well, that's Troll Warlord in a nutshell. He just easily takes down both the Queen of Pain, and then the Jug goes down thereafter, and that is going to be game. A 2-0 series here for Vici Gaming, and I want to say that this series ended faster than game 1, it looks like, of Cloud9 and Team Tinker. So, my oh my, Vici Gaming, they came, they're ready to play for London Conspiracy. Welcome to the big show. And, well, hopefully they can shake this one off and look to bounce back in their games to come, as they're going to be shoved down into that lower bracket. Convincing strong start here for Vici Gaming, Basskip.
Yeah, I think nothing unexpected at all, right? This was definitely a Vici Gaming series to come out and kind of push LC around and set the stage for the rest of their competition. So I think for LC, there's still a decent showing, you know, a couple of nice plays, some very good laning as well, but unfortunately Vici Gaming is just Vici Gaming. So yeah, like you said, they're going to have to just collect themselves and hope that they can get a little bit of a run going in the lower bracket.
So, guys, with that, we wrap things up for our first series, but we might have a little bit of downtime. As I said, there's about a 90-minute brawl. Oh, my God, the poor guys over on the main stage. They're welcome with a debut matchup that's a 90-minute slugfest right now between Team Tinker and Cloud9. You can catch that match over on twitch.tv/DotaStarladder_EN. For this channel, we're going to go on a bit of an intermission. We're going to be weighing it out. You know, the schedule was changed up a little bit. IG having a little bit of travel problems. Their match needed to be postponed to the later time slot, which it was going to be happening here. So now that that is not happening, we're going to be waiting to find out the first lower bracket round 1 fight. That will be happening here. I'll keep you posted what match it will be and when. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy the rest of the quality Dota that's going on right now. It's a pleasure as always. If you appreciate us casting and you want to show a little bit of your own support, hit follow on the channel right now. And you can catch us over on Twitter, myself, KotLGuy, and of course, Basskip. Catch him over on his Twitter at Basskip. And well, more Dota is to come, guys. Sit around. We'll be here in just a moment.